bike farther? Do you want to swim like you're Michael Phelps? Well, we got the solution for you here at MyStats. MyStats is a technology company focused on the nutritional and health marketplace. The goal of our company is to get user data using existing sources like the Apple Watch, the Garmin, the Fitbit. And with those existing sources, give users realistic, usable recommendations to improve their fitness, improve their life, improve their health. During this presentation, we're going to show you the current problem in the marketplace, our solutions, our financial viability, our milestone plans, and what we're asking you, the investor, to help us do. If we look currently, the problems that we see with the current offerings in the health and fitness mobile application. Information overload. There's a lot of information out there that tells people how many steps they're taking, what their heart rate is, what their blood pressure is. But what do those statistics mean? A lot of people don't know. They say, oh, I got a heart rate of 100. That's not very good. But what can I do to improve that? What can I do to improve my fitness? What can I do to improve my health? So that leads us to bullet point number 2. It's stats without recommendations. It's kind of useless data to a lot of us. And the third is there's a lack of customization. It's kind of a cookie cutter, one size fits all type of solution. And as a result, we think MyStats is going to improve that. If we can go here. So MyStats, we are, as I mentioned, a technology company, and we're focusing on the nutritional and fitness industry. That is the application we've designed. We are planning on aligning user data and goals to create recommendations. So currently we don't have a fitness wearable that we're planning on selling. We're going to use data from Apple Watches, Garmin, the like, and integrate it with our app in order to create recommendations. We want to create plans which fit people's lives. Realistic recommendations, stuff that busy people can implement in their life. Our application will continually adjust. As more data is fed, as more information is learned of the user, it will continually adjust the health plan it has you on, the fitness regimen it has you on. So it's going to be smart in that sense. And then the last thing is our app's going to partner with restaurants to customize plans for users and make it easier to stay on track. So, initially we're going to find partnerships with probably a handful to 10 restaurants. And then as we expand, we hope that that user base will grow and that they will create offerings for our customers in order to help it make it easier for them to eat healthy and stay on track with their plan. As far as our revenue sources, we see 3 main areas where we're going to make money. The first one is mobile application advertising. We're going to target meal subscription services, fitness centers, healthy restaurants. Those are kind of going to be our main sources of application advertising as we see it. Who, they know someone's using our app because they want to get in better shape. They want to eat better. So this is going to be a great platform for them to get their name out there. The second way we plan on making money is a paid subscription with an ad-free experience. So if a consumer prefers not to see all these advertisements or not have a pop-up, they can pay. It's a $20 one-time fee for our ad-free experience. And then the last source of revenue is going to come from commissions from restaurant partnerships. So we felt it was an easier sell in the beginning, since we're an unknown brand, unknown name, to kind of give restaurants, the option, partner with us, come work with us, and we're not gonna we're not going to take any upfront money from you. But if we're driving business through our app to your restaurant, if people are signing up for your meal plans, we would get a certain percentage of that meal. And we're looking at anywhere from 10 to 20% of the meal price, and it'll kind of be on a restaurant to restaurant basis how we can negotiate our marketing department, what kind of arrangement we work out with these companies. And then finally, our expenses is we're going to have a lot of upfront expense in developing the application, testing it, working out the kinks, getting it going, and then testing it and getting user feedback. What do they like? What don't they like? And how can we improve it? We're going to have rent, utilities, operating expenses. We think this is going to be pretty minimal because we are a technology company, so we don't need a ton of space to begin with. But we're going to need a little bit, and we're going to try to reduce the amount of space that we need. Another expense is going to be marketing and customer acquisition. We got to get our name out there. Since no one's heard of MyStats before, we have to, the average cost to acquire a new customer is about $20 for one of these applications. So we're going to have to push our name, and hopefully as we get market penetration, word of mouth will help us a lot in growing the customer base further. And then finally, we're going to have this ongoing expense of continuing application revisions and refinements, maintaining the app, keeping it relevant, keeping it going. So right here you can see our break-even analysis. We estimate that to get going, our fixed costs are going to be $12,000 a month. The average price per user is $258, variable cost, and then we've calculated our break-even users. We would need about 8,688 users monthly who are active on the app in order to not make any profit but also not have a loss. And in the business plan, you'll see further details of our financials. So when we were thinking about creating MyStats, our company, we looked at the industry. We looked at the health and fitness industry, and is it growing? Is there opportunity? What is the market potential if we were to get into this industry? And we see, if you look year over year, this industry is pretty healthy. It's growing at double-digit percentage. And if you also look, the dark blue is wearables and the light blue is apps. And a lot of that growth in the industry is being contributed by the application. So we think, the industry can certainly handle, another option, and there is a demand for that. We also use Porter's 5 forces. We looked at competition. The competition in this industry is high. We looked at barriers to entry. We considered it relatively moderate. The difficulty with the barriers to entry is that we are going to have a decent amount of upfront cost developing the application, but the regulations are a lot less, and since it's not a production facility or a lot of infrastructure has to be built out, we rated the barriers to entry low. Substitute products, there's a lot of substitute products, so we have to have a competitive advantage to be successful. And then as far as bargaining power of suppliers, we thought that we had low bargaining power of suppliers, and then bargaining power of buyers. Buyers have a lot of options in this industry, and the cost to switch, and this goes along with substitute products, the cost to switch from one app to another is pretty low. So we need to keep our customers happy. And then here, when we look at our target market, the demographic age that we're looking at is 25 to 55. with above average income, and we're looking at individuals who are health focused, doing training, training for a marathon, training for a triathlon, interested in improving their fitness, and then people that have special dietary needs or preferences. And some of our potential focus areas, the U.S. military, a lot of these people have to stay in good shape, have to know a lot about their physical fitness. Diabetics, kind of the same thing. These people have to have a heightened awareness of what they're putting into their body, what they're doing with workouts. Professional athletes and endurance athletes. So those are kind of the target market that MyStats is trying to serve. And then our strategic position is we want to be the leading technological company focused on nutrition and fitness. Our strength will be in providing a technology which helps users live healthier and happier lives. And then some of the opportunities that we see in the future is to potentially expand our business into wearables. Once we make a name for ourselves, maybe we want to create our own wearable that's going to more seamlessly integrate with our application and even give users more options. And then also is a potential for a meal delivery service down the road. Some of our weaknesses from the onset is branding, both from the customer perspective and from the restaurant partnership perspective. One way that we're trying to overcome the restaurant partnership is instead of asking for an upfront investment, we're doing more of a commission type of structure. And then the final threat is from large competition who might try to imitate our product offering and with better name recognition. As far as our management team, we have Shalisa Fields. She's going to be the Chief Executive Officer. She's in charge of the overall direction of the company and where we're going. The vision. And then we have Sean Morrison. He's our Chief Operating Officer. He has a lot of experience in marketing and operations, and he'll be in charge of the day-to-day going-ons of MyStats. Geoffrey Baker which is me, is the Chief Technology Officer, and I will be charged with developing the app and making sure that the app is successful in the future and making sure that technology is working for people. And then Miroslav Midik, he is our Chief Financial Officer, charged with, financial reporting as well as internal metrics to make sure that we're making money and that we're on a profitable course. And then here you can see our milestone plan. We've already completed our feasibility analysis back in May of this year, and we determined that that MyStats was a feasible business, that there was a market opportunity, and as a result of that, we developed a business plan, which we finished in September. And the business plan went into more depth as far as, okay, what is our 1 year projection of revenue expenses? Are we making money? What is our 5-year projection? Where do we see ourselves in the future? What is our company all about? And then right now we are seeking funding and working on hiring key talent. And once this funding is secured, we're going to work on beginning development of MyStats. We're hoping to secure partnerships with restaurants in January of next year, complete the product design in February, do some market testing in March, and the app will go live in April of 2019. And we're hoping to have 100,000 in revenue by December of 2019, so next year. And then as far as social responsibility and sustainability, MyStats believes in providing employees with a fair wage, and along with that, providing 100% health coverage for them and their families. If they're sick, they're not going to be able to work, and we want to take care of our people. We want to donate time in classrooms to educate our youth in nutrition and fitness. This is a low-cost way that we can have a big impact on the community. Implement a recycling and compost program. and encourage and offer a 50% subsidy to our employees for mass transit. And then the final thing is we're going to explore renewable energy options where feasible. So that includes solar, wind, and other options. You know, it's going to have to make sense financially, but where we can, we would like to power more of our operation with renewable energy.
Now that you've heard about MyStats, our company's solution to the current problems we see in the marketplace, we want to ask for your support in helping our company to grow. We are seeking a $1.5 million investment, and with that investment you would receive 30% equity in MyStats. Our eventual goal is to start the company, develop it, show a user base, and then look to be acquired by a larger corporation who has better ability to create economies of scale and monetize the platform. We believe that once this occurs, you will receive a good return on your investment. If you have any more questions, please let me know. Thank you for your time.